Assalamu alaikum, my name is Taha Sultan Al-Ka'bi and today I'll be explaining a basic problem and integration with partial fractions. Today I will be explaining this problem. I chose this problem because it has something different than most partial fractions questions, which is that the numerator has a higher degree than the denominator. I chose this question because it involves something different than most partial questions. As you know that in partial fraction, the numerator must always have a lesser degree than the denominator. This is like the number one rule in all partial fraction. But since this rule is not checked, we have to do something. We have to make the numerator have a lesser degree than the denominator. What can we do? I will show you. Before anything, as you can see in this question, we can make it a little bit easier for ourselves. We can take the 2 outside to not involve the 2 with everything. So, the only thing that we can do to make the numerator have a smaller degree than the denominator is long division. I know when you listen to long division, you think it is difficult, but no, it is not. You have to take the divisor, the x squared minus 4, outside, and put the dividend inside. To make things easier, I would advise to add more terms, but as zeros, because you don't know what will the quotient be and what will be the remainder. So I will do that, 0x squared plus 0x plus 0. It doesn't add anything to the question, but it makes stuff a little bit easier, so it can be more organized. So to do long division, this is the only thing you have to do. You have to look at both first terms. You must ask yourselves, what should I do to x squared to make it equal x to the power 3? What is a thing or a number or a term that I can multiply or add to x squared so it can be equal to x to the power 3? I think you figured this out. It will be, of course, x. And then we will time the quotient that we found, which is x, by the divisor, which will give us x to the power 3 minus 4x. That's it. And then you have 2 minus what you wrote down here, x to the power 3 minus x to the power 3 will give us 0. All you have remaining is 4x. I just said all we have remaining. What does this mean? This is our remainder. Can we have anything multiply by x squared to give us 4x? No. We can use an inverse, but it will only make the question more difficult. Why should we do that? We can use this as our remainder. Since we found our remainder, we will go back to the question. It will be 2, don't forget the 2, okay, x plus our remainder over our divisor. That's it. You don't need anything else. Of course, don't forget the dx. We don't need anything else. Now everything is easy and it's just like basic partial fractions. So, to do partial fractions, we have this one. Okay, we have the first rule, correct? Is the numerator. Does the numerator have a lesser degree than the denominator? Yes, it does. So we can use partial fractions. So we will have 4x over x squared minus 4 equals 2. Since the denominator is in the second degree, we'll have 2 terms. A plus B. Since it's called partial fractions, we'll have 2 different fractions. We still don't know what the denominator will be for the 2 fractions that we have. We will separate or factor out the denominator. As we can clearly see, the denominator is a difference of squares. So it will be here x plus 2, and here it will be x minus 2. Okay, now all you have to do is find what's a and what's b. To do that, we will just do basic algebra. We will time here by x minus 4, and we'll do the same thing here, x plus 2, x minus 2. This is the same as this, but it's because here it's like the same term. Okay, we will cancel this out, so it will be 4x equal a times x minus 2 plus b times x plus 2. Now we have to find a and b. To find a, x must equal minus 2. So it will be 4 times minus 2 is minus 8, and minus 2, it will be minus 4a, and here it will be already 0. I will just write it down. So it will cancel out. So it will be, so a will equal 2. And to find b, x must equal 2. So it will be 8. I will also write down here so it can be seen. This will cancel out. Plus b times 2 plus 2. So b will equal also 2. Now, since we established first that this right here is equal to this, okay, so it will be equal to all of this. But now we found the terms, we found both terms. So now we have to write everything down. I made a line by mistake. Now we have to write everything down. Okay, 2 integral x plus 2 over x plus 2 plus 2 over x minus 2, all multiplied by dx. Never forget the dx. Okay, now it's just basic integration. So what is the integral of x? It will be x squared over 2, which will cancel with the 2, so it will be x squared, plus, what is the integral of 2 over x plus 2? It will be 2 ln x, but we will times by 2 also. It will be 4 ln x plus 2, and then here it will be also the same thing, but it will be, instead of x plus 2, it will be x minus 2. And we don't forget the plus c. Can this be simplified further? Yes, it can. We have to use the natural log property, which is the product property. So it will be x squared plus ln natural log, add a bracket here, we will put the 4 inside, so it will be x plus 2 to the power 4. Since this is a product property, since you have addition, it will be product property. Okay, it will be x minus 2 power 4. And this is our final answer. And we don't forget the c. So this is our final answer. Everything was easy. And the only challenging part, which only took me maybe 30 seconds, is the long division. And I don't think it's difficult. I only think that people think that it is difficult, but it's not. Everything is just basic plans and basic steps that is very easy to do. I hope you understood my explanation, and thank you for listening.